sure we started recording. So recording has started, so please bear in mind that has started. All right. So without further ado, I am Harrison Yakubu, the founder of Resolytics. And Resolytics, of course, is an edtech and business analytics startup that with special interest in data science, artificial intelligence, robotics process automation. Right? I'll go over that again. Resolytics is an edtech and business analytics startup with special interest in data science, artificial intelligence, and robotics process automation. Right? Robotics process automation is one aspect that we are looking at today, which of course robotics process automation is a subset of agentic AI of AI agents, and by extension, a subset of agentic AI. I would quickly talk about the difference between an agentic AI or the difference between agentic AI and AI agents. So AI agents are basically software tools, autonomous systems that you build that are meant to work and carry out tasks, routine tasks, as though they were humans. So take, for example, a call center agent, those guys who call you whenever you try to register for something on MTN or something, right? That's a voice agent, for example. So this part of the things we'll be looking at is how to build all of those things, right? And of course, I'll be showing you towards the end. If you stay to the end of the call, I'll be showing you an example of something like that that we built within Resolytics, just to show, right, today. And of course, we use a platform called Anything Cloud, right? So without further ado, let me go quickly into introducing us formally, and then of course we can continue with the rest of the class. So just so you know, this is me, Harrison Yakubu. Of course, I'm your AI transformation partner, business and technical leader in data science, like I said earlier, data analytics, artificial intelligence, digital innovation, strategy, sustainability, edtech, fintech, and AI for business and social good. Of course, I'm an alumni of Rome Business School, Nigeria, and with several other badges here and there. So that's pretty much about me. So you can follow me up on LinkedIn if you have questions to ask, and of course we can connect better. I'll of course reply to you whenever you reach out to me. All right, quick one. Let's show you what this is. Resolytics page. You can follow up on our social media handles, right? So you can quickly check us out on Facebook to see what we do. We are always putting out content on our social media handles. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, we also have videos that talks about artificial intelligence, robotics process automation, fourth industrial revolution, even up to the fifth industrial revolution, and how you can prepare yourself for all of these things. All right, so that's a picture over there and a couple of other things that we've done. Right, so let's go to Instagram. You can also follow us on Instagram, right? This is what we've done on this our page on Instagram, and that's me live on as per frame. I was at a radio station talking about. You can see here I was talking about leveraging data for business expansion, which is I was talking about data science and robotics process automation, of course, and of course by extension, AI agency, right? And of course, this is another video of me talking about the industrial revolution, where I explain how we've transitioned, we've evolved, humans have evolved from the first to the fourth industrial revolution, and how we are going to be looking at the fifth industrial revolution, which is just looking at us right now. All right, without further ado, let's go into the topic of the business of today, which is discovering the career power of agentic AI. And if you check the title of this Microsoft Teams meeting, you will notice that I titled on purpose. I called it, right, teaching machines how to learn and earn. Of course, teaching machines how to learn, then earn, right? Why have I said this? Of course, it stemmed from one time. It's a personal story, actually. One time I was having a conversation with some friends at the gymnasium, right? And while we were talking, and somebody just beckoned on me and said, "Oh, Harry, you're a very weird person. I mean, you teach machines, you also teach humans." I mean, that was when it dawned on me that, oh, okay. So I don't just teach humans, I also teach machines how to learn. So basically, if you understand how these things work, you have the superpower at your beck and call. So I want to be sure everybody is listening to me. Please, if you're listening to me, if you can hear me loud and clear, please do a thumbs up, something, show an emoji, just to be sure we are all still following. Thank you very much, Leilani. David, are you hearing me? James, can you hear me? And others on the call. All right. So without further ado, let's meet Resolytics. Right. So who's Resolytics? I've said earlier that of course Resolytics is an edtech and business analytics business. We specialize in data science, AI, and robotics process automation. Right? We are equipping young individuals, not just young individuals, of course, even guys even people, folks that are senior citizens and the likes, right? We equip you and other people with AI and automation skills for the fourth industrial revolution. We are very keen on how you gain the relevant skills for the fourth industrial revolution, right? We are passionate about bridging the gap between the technological advancement from the Western world and Nigeria and by extension, sub-Saharan Africa. So we are passionate about that. We are putting out content out there. We are also helping individuals to gain these skill sets to become relevant in the fourth industrial revolution. Then we aid businesses to deploy intelligent solutions for faster and smarter decision making. Of course, we build real-time analytics, so we built real-time analytics solutions, AI agents, of course, to make business decisions and business processes smarter and faster. Why are we here? We are here to discover, that is to introduce you to agentic AI opportunities. There are several opportunities there. And then, of course, we expect that after this program, you enroll for our 6-week accelerator program with real world AI automation skills, which we are going to be teaching you how to build real time. We are going to be teaching you how to build automation, real time or real world automations, right? How to use different skill set and different tools to build some of this solution. That's part of the things we'll be doing. Of course, like I said, towards the end of this call, I'll be introducing all of us to a particular tool called Anything Node to Node that teaches that you can use to build real-time analytics solution. And then, of course, you can deploy. Of course, you can, when you deploy this, you can become either a freelancer, you can work for companies abroad, you can work for companies in Nigeria, you can decide to work as a staff, or you can decide to be on your own. I mean, this is what we think of, right? I mean, the future belongs to those who build them. Yeah, and I believe this famous quote by Steve Jobs. He said, the best thing that can happen to you is to find out where the world is going towards, right? And then try as much as possible to be among the first set of people to get there. When you do that, you make so much fun, so much money. Now let's work back a little. The third industrial revolution was all about social media, was all about e-commerce, was all about social media, e-commerce, and the likes, right? That was just after the dot-com era, dot-com boom. Now imagine what happened. Those guys, people like Facebook, Twitter, and the likes that built solutions that were inclined to the third industrial revolution. See how much funds they've made. See how much relevance they have currently, and see how much they control the economy of the fourth industrial revolution, even directing our decisions into the fifth industrial revolution. That's how much we are passionate about equipping you with the skill set to make you relevant in this fourth industrial revolution, so that you can become a powerhouse for the fifth industrial revolution. Our mindset is that we want to galvanize, we want to establish and push forward and push out your giftings and your skill set to ensure that you are very empowered, and you're not seen as a stop person when you interact with the white folk or people from the Western world. I mean, this is a rare opportunity. This is the first time in the history of the evolution of humankind, as regards industrial revolution, right? This is the first time that Africa there is a level playing ground. Although, because of people like because of companies who have built semiconductors and companies who have built cloud solutions, it is very difficult for a Nigerian startup to compete at that scale. But at the level of AI agentic solution, this is the opportunity for the very first time in the evolution of mankind as regards industrial revolution, that we are having a level playing ground, that Africans and Nigerians can compete with the Western world as regards building AI solutions and agentic solutions. This is a wonderful time, trust me. I usually say this to my friends and folks. This is the best time to be alive. There is no best thing. I believe this is the best time to be alive, because right now I have the opportunity to compete with white folks, and I'm not even scared about whatever they are building or whatever thing they are doing, because now we are well equipped, we understand the knowledge, and then of course we can deploy viable solutions. Right. That being said, we expect that you build useful AI workflows and bots for different industries, which is something we'll be working through if you get into our 6-week accelerator program. And then we expect that you launch your resume. We teach you how to prepare for job interviews, teach you how to become investor ready if you are building an MVP, if you are building a solution. We also teach you how to position yourself so that clients are coming after you, right? Also, we also teach you how to land your first AI job, whether local or international. So why do you need to learn agentic AI right now? I mean, study shows that the market value of the AI and automation industry is set to market value is set to exceed to be around $500 billion by 2020, by 2030. I beg your pardon, by 2030. I mean, that's why I said this is the best time. This is the best time to be alive, because you are in a thriving economy. You're coming into a thriving economy that is even still quite nascent. The adoption of AI, trust me, I interface with with a couple of companies in Nigeria and of course some other companies. I mean, it is quite nascent at this time, because many people, even developers, right? Many people don't even understand what AI agents are, what AI is. They are still here trying to grasp the understanding of what AI agents are. And that is why this is an opportunity for you to key in and lock in yourself and get yourself highly equipped for the fourth industrial revolution. I mean, I will give up a bit. I'll give up anything to ensure that I thrive in this economy, because this is the first time there's a level playing ground. Trust me, I started off as a data scientist. Anyways, working back, I started building e-commerce solution and all of that, right? But when I pivoted into data science, I experienced it. It was a very tedious time, right, for the Black folks to compete at that level. But thank God, God helped us. We were able to compete. And of course, we can see a lot of our folks, even on the white stages, I mean, on the foreign stages, and actually are scaling, right? Hastening it, right? This is a rare opportunity for you to actually now compete at that level, because data science, the advent of big data and by extension, data science, data analytics, and the likes, right, has given us almost a level playing ground. But trust me, I can tell you from an experience point of view that this is the first time we'll actually be competing at a level playing ground. Trust me, white folks are doing a lot of stuff, but you can still compete, right? And then, of course, the chances are you have the potential to earn about 1.5 million plus, right, naira, when you build. I mean, you can earn as a staff or as a consultant. I promise you, most of the people who are going to work with this kind of skill set would prefer to be consultants, so that you at least control your own time. Yesterday, I was speaking with someone on another call that I was, and the person was like, I'm tired of a 9 to 5. I'm looking for an opportunity to actually scale fast and learn something that can actually make me stand on my own. If you're looking for stuff like that, trust me, this is it, right? And then, of course, you have the opportunity for global hiring, right? High global hiring. Companies are seeking intelligent automation skills. If I had known, I would have pulled out things that are work. If you go on Upwork, go on Fiverr, go on LinkedIn, you see a lot of openings for AI agents or AI agentic developers, because that is the future. If you listen, you would have heard recently that Facebook actually laid off about 3% of our staff. That's because they are replacing a lot of all of these workflows that are done manually by humans by agentic solutions or by AI agents, right? X has done it. Facebook is doing it. OpenAI has talked about it. Sam Altman has talked about it several times. So this is an opportunity for you to key in. Key in immediately. That's the best advice I could give at this time. Right. So this is the problem we noticed at Resolytics, right? We noticed that we have disconnected tools. I don't know if I think a friend of mine joined this call. We were working on a solution, We are trying to look at, basically, we noticed that there are too many disconnected tools, too many isolated tools and concepts, right? So you need the proper guidance to be able to put all of these things together, to be able to make viable solutions. If you missed, see, this is me telling you this, right? A lot of people want to get into tech. They say, I don't know how to get into tech. If you missed becoming a developer during the period of building websites, if you missed becoming a web developer, if you missed becoming a software developer, if you missed becoming an app developer, if you missed becoming a data scientist or data analyst, please don't miss becoming an AI agent developer. As a matter of fact, AI agent is going to override a lot of the software solutions, because even the software solutions will now begin to be embedded with AI agent solutions, which means they are going to become so valuable and relevant that at some point, see, there are some of these solutions, I tell you, I kid you not, some of these solutions, you may not even need to build a software or a website for it to actually deploy it, right? Just having an API that can be called upon at any time, right? Of course, can actually help you build such solutions, right? So no clear roadmap, lack of real project-based learning paths. Of course, towards the end of the training, like I said earlier, you'll be looking at something that shows what you can use this for, right? Limited support, absence of mentor support, and career clarity. That is why we are here. That's why I'm here to actually show you the path, because I have been there, done that. I'm here now showing you that, oh, I've been through this journey. I want to work you through this journey so that you don't have to go through the stress we went through to actually gather some of this knowledge, right? Come walk through the path we've walked so that it's become easier for you. I also believe in this famous quote: those that see far because they stand on the shoulders or the shoulders of the giants that went before them. I'll say that again. Those that see far, see very far, because they stand on the shoulders of giants that went before them. So we are availing our shoulders so you can come stand on it, so that you can see farther, if possible, farther than us, because we help you see the skill set and the gift set that you need to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution, and also help you galvanize some of these things so that you become very, very valuable, right? So also showcase, there's difficulty in showcasing builds, the build, whenever you build an intelligence solution, it's quite difficult to showcase it, which is why we have a community where we actually work these things out. We actually prioritize visibility. We actually prioritize, building a wonderful portfolio, right? So that's why when you come on board on our training, you belong to a community of like-minded individuals, both as data scientists or as AI engineers, which means that you have people to ask questions from whenever you want to understand some of these things, right? So yeah, your roadmap to becoming agentic AI developer. First and foremost, you need to understand AI agents, grasp core concepts of AI agents and workflows, right? You need to, so that's part of the reasons why I was going to walk us through the difference between an AI agent and an agentic AI, right? So an AI agent is the agent that does the work of the solution, right? While the agentic AI is more like the community or the industry that actually handles that. Let me explain to you what I mean. Now let's say, imagine that AI agents are the drugs that you use whenever you're sick, right? Why agentic AI is likened to the pharmaceutical industry that produces these drugs. Please confirm you're clear about what I just said. Do a thumbs up if you are clear about what I just said. Hello. So AI agents can be likened to the drugs that you take when you're sick, while agentic AI could be likened to the AI agentic the industry that builds the solutions, right? So that's that about that. So next thing we are looking forward to for whenever your roadmap to becoming an agentic AI developer is to master key tools like Anything, LangChain, LangFlow, OpenAI, Zapier, DeepSeek, all of these tools, and how you can actually bring all of these tools together to build viable solutions, right? Then build how to build automation. Then next thing is to understand how to build automation flows, which means that the future belongs to those who can create stuff, who can create it, right? Which means you have skill set and tools to build anything that you like. More like saying, the scripture says, pardon me, someone was trying to call. So the scripture says, I might, oh, this has actually was derailed my thought process. let's just go ahead. If I remember the scriptures, I'll talk about it. Right. So basically, you have the skill set and the tool set to build that which you want to do. Right. Okay, yeah, the scripture says ye are God. God said in the Bible that ye are God, which means that you have the ability to build and create stuff. This is one of the things that makes you feel like a God. Ask your developer friend. I'll tell you, my friend, I don't know if that means on the call. My friend Amy will always say, most times it feels like a goal whenever he's trying to produce something, trying to code something. I remember when I built my first real-time solution, I was feeling like a goal. Like, oh, wow, I built something that people can actually use and see value in. So now we are giving you an opportunity to have a skill set that you can build. So AI agents are going to be like, eventually, are going to be the staff of the future. Let me say that again. AI agents are going to be the staff of the future. You would always hear people say things like AI will take your job. Those who use AI will eventually take your job. The AI, most times when I tell people, I say this, that the AI that is coming to take your job, or the kind of AI that the people who use the AI will build are agent AI agents rather. They are AI agents because these AI agents begin to act as staff within a company. Now imagine that you're running a telecommunications company, right? And of course, you're always paying people to answer a call in real time, take care of customer service delivery, customer service, and all of those things, right? But now you can now build a voice agent that can answer in real time based off a knowledge base that you have created, which means it is not dumb. You have trained it in such a way that it can learn from the data and answer questions as though it's human, which means that you don't have to have hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of people to actually do this job. It means that I just have to deploy one AI agent that serves the purpose of 10,000 people or 1,000 people, as the case may be. And when you deploy that one solution, once it solves that problem, trust me, it's even going to be way smarter and faster than a human because it's learning from a knowledge base that, of course, that humans don't naturally have. And at this point, I usually love to say this, that there are three levels of training a machine, or teaching a machine. There's supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. We'll talk about all of that if you get to join the cohort, right? So, of course, next thing is to explore use cases, which is part of the things you get to learn when you join our course. And then there's real-world projects and coaching, hands-on experience and career guidance. That's what we offer here, right? So what makes us different? Dual market focus. We are making you come relevant for both the Nigerian and foreign market. I was building something sometime, and somebody walked into my office, and she asked the question. I was trying to explain to her what I was building. And she was like, oh, so this is what it's going to do. And then she said something. For those who understand Yoruba, she said, oh, what, which means that whether you're sleeping, you're awake, that stuff makes money for you. And physical location is not a barrier. You can be here and deploying a project for someone who is in Canada. You can be in Nigeria and be deploying a project for someone who is in Zimbabwe. You can be in Nigeria and be deploying a project for someone who is in UAE. Because you have a skill set that is not held or that is not constrained by space, right? It's not constrained. All you have to do is to have that skill set and understand how to use it in real time, right? Then there are practical projects, which means they are hands-on agent-based automation projects that we'll be building real time. And then there's community support. There's like vibrant peer community, like I said. We also, by extension, we also have an NGO arm that is called Data Science Club. You can always push it. There are always guys that are within here and there I can always work with. So you have a peer committee and dedicated mentorship, which means once you pay for this thing, you have the opportunity of a lifetime to always, ask me questions and ask the other members of my team questions. And then, of course, peer with peer-to-peer training and teaching. Of course, that's part of the things we offer, right? And the next thing is we help you become career ready. Very for, like I said, you come meet us, we tell you how to prepare yourself. We have built a product, we can look at it together and I'll tell you how to prepare yourself for investment, how to be investor ready, how to seek investors. If possible, if it's a project that is really viable, I can even walk into the doors of investors and tell you, oh, in my community, these guys have built so and so and so. I mean, you can work with them. All right. So what you get, like I said earlier, you get lifetime access to all the courses and course recordings, which means when you attend a class, it is recorded, and then of course we can send that to you. And there's AI agent resources, templates, and cheat sheets for rapid development, live sessions, weekly automation sessions with experts, completion certificates recognizing your new skill set. Now, let's talk value. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. Now, this program normally will be valued at over 300,000 naira. Remember what I said? The economy, the industry you're coming into is an industry that is worth over $500 billion in 2030, right? And you're coming in now at an offer that is really, really interesting, right? This would have been priced at over 300,000 naira or 500,000 naira. I mean, you can't really put an amount of value. But you know you're not paying that. You're paying just 66,999 naira. That's all you're paying. 66,999 naira. Now, this is the cut. For those who pay between now and the next 24 hours, you get to pay 64,999 naira. Just so we encourage you to act fast, right? We encourage you to take this as an opportunity to move fast and become really skilled and relevant for the fourth industrial revolution. This special offer is limited to only the very first 10 people. Trust me, after the very first 10 people, we are going to be increasing our fee. Once we get the very first 10 people, we don't know yet. We're still speaking to our pricing consultant. We're going to really up the price. And within a very short time, we are going to up the price because as the industry grows, we are going to bring our prices. Of course, the chances, the barrier, right now they're still low. We are trying to make it low barrier to entry. We are going to increase after this cohort. We are going to increase the barrier to entry, right? So, and then of course, like I said, you get for this offer, in order for you to make fast action, you have limited to first 10 signups, one-on-one AI mentorship session, automation job ready CV template plus review, and of course, access to new next cohort's live agent building session. Right, quick one, like I mentioned to you earlier, I told you we'll be looking at something that was built, an AI agent. So this one was built in an N8N cloud solution, right? These are the things you learn. You learn how to build all of these things, right? How to configure this AI agent. What are the codes that are running behind all of these things and all of those things? These are the things you will learn, right? At that price of just 66,999 naira. But if you get paid within the next 24 hours, which is between now and the end of tomorrow, and this time tomorrow, you get to pay just 64,999 naira. And we are teaching you all of these things. So quickly, let me show you how this works. I took it off because it takes talking to actually run this. So if I open this chart, it takes me to this part, I copy it. I want to go and look at how this chart works. So I can come in and paste it. And so this is an AI agent. So it says, so this agent was built for a real estate company or for real estate businesses. So it says, hi there, I'm sales wizard from Resolytics, that's the name. Would you like to book a real estate appointment now? I say yes. So he's talking to me. So there's a lot. When I'm done here, I'll go to explain to you the infrastructure. But I won't walk you through all of that. But I just wanted you to know. So if I give my full name, Harrison. So basically, while it's working, he's looking through all of those things that I showed you earlier on, right? He's looking through all of those things, and it's actually that's where he's giving this solution. I'm not the one telling you to do. Say next, what's the best phone number? So I can keep giving it stuff. I can just type random numbers, and of course, it begins to take it. If you want to ask the question, basically, it's working as an AI agent. So let me go back. Let's not, without further ado, let's not bore you with all of these things. So this AI agent does a lot. There are lots of steps. Basically, what this AI agent does is that it takes the information. Let's get back to this. Get back to Canvas. It takes the information via a chat, loops it through an AI agent that takes information that replies to you via DeepSeek. I don't know, so many of you must have heard about DeepSeek. You can use DeepSeek, you can use OpenAI, you can use any of those solutions out there, right? So basically what it does, let me show you right here in real time. Let me open the chat here. So let me just open it, let me say hi. Watch what's going to happen. Let me see if I can bring this up so you can see better. I want you to see how it works in real time. Close this for now. I want you to see how it works in real time. And all of these things are not just connected. I remember one time somebody came to my office and she looked at my screen. I was like, oh, okay, I can do all of this thing. I just smiled. I said, anyways, all these things are configured. All these things here you see are configured. Those are the things we're teaching you during the class. So let me say hi. So you can see, every time you say hi, the agent is looking at DeepSeek to reply to you. Can you see that? So he says hi, the same thing he said when you came here. That's the same thing he's saying. Same thing you said when you say, hi, I'm a virtual sales assistant from Sales Wizard. I'm here to help you find the perfect property. Let's get you started by collecting the full detail. So basically, what this is supposed to do is just to, like you said, say, hello there, I'm your virtual sales assistant from Sales Wizard. How can I assist you today? Now you can see it is working intuitively. You can see that the reply he gave when we checked on this chart is different from the reply it's giving here, which means he's doing it intuitively. It's not like it is hard-coded. You understand? That's the beauty of it. It is thinking on its own and replying based off the intelligence it's getting from this AI, right? So basically, AI is the brain, or AI agent is the body, right? So what this is meant to do, like I said, so he said, how can I assist you today? So basically, let's just walk through what this is meant to do. So this is meant to collect data. It's meant to reply to whatever thing you asked it here via a knowledge base. And of course, it loops through what you call a RAM, right? More like a simple memory. Then it stores the information briefly here and then moves it to a Google Sheet. Of course, there are several things you can do with all of this. So this is just a demo AI I just wanted to show to you guys. And I think this is, from here, you can understand what an AI agent is. And of course, you can begin to think of building a career from here. So that's about AI for this class today. I just wanted to walk you through what it is to have an idea about what AI agents are, agentic solutions are, and what the future of work is. This is just a conversational AI. This is a conversational AI. So there are different levels of AI agents, right? You can have a conversational AI, you can have a voice agent. Voice agent is the one that picks up a call or calls clients on your behalf, or acts as a secretary and picks up calls for you. So all of those things, these are the things you will learn how to build this conversational AI, how to build voice agent, how to automate this to also act as, so for example, imagine an appointment. You want an AI that can help you chat with your client and then book an appointment for you, right? All of those things are things you learn, all for that price. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening to me. I remain Harrison Yakubu. And of course, I'm ready to take questions now. Quickly, if you have any questions, you can quickly drop in the chat box and then we can quickly attend to that. If not, we can quickly call it a day, and then of course you can begin to take actions to join our next squad. So if you have questions, please drop the questions in the chat box. And if you have, please, I want to be sure we all listen to me. If you heard everything I said and you followed through, please give me a thumbs up or an emoji. You can clap, do 100. Please, let's make this fire. Let me see the fire emoji. Let's see the fire emoji. Let's see stuff. Let's be sure we all follow, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm not seeing the rest, guys. Did you all not listen? Are you sure, or you had internet issues? Hello? Sharif, Ademu, Daku, Paul, all of you, I want to be sure we got all of those things that I said. All right, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the cohort. I look forward to seeing your messages. So we'll be dropping for those that are on the group, we're dropping the details for you to contact us or for you to make payments, and then we'll pick it up from there. So thank you guys for your time. Thank you so much. God bless us, everyone. I'll see you guys in the cohort. See you on the other side of success. Bye, guys. Cheers.